Hello, I'm gonna say it again. I should come up with a better intro. Like I keep saying that, but I never come up with a better intro. I think I came up with it like one time, but that wasn't really the intro that I wanted to use. Um, if you want, okay, I gained a sub yesterday. That's so crazy. Or was it the day before? I'm not even entirely sure. That's so crazy. Someone's subbing to me like you're the first sub. I don't know what prompted you to even sub, because you didn't even watch the entire video. You just watched like a minute, and then you were like, "Yeah, let me sub." Why? That's so fascinating to me. I don't know if it like anything that I was saying was resonating with you to that extent. But I mean, thank you. Like I saw that +1 and I had a smile on my face. It wasn't just there. Like I even got a sub on my main too. So now I've got like 10 subs on the main, which is like not bad. Like, we finally in the double digits. Very happy. Um, and the nice thing about this is that content is a volume game, but once you have like volume, like the more volume you have, the more surface area you'll have to like get more people to watch your videos and thus convert them into subscribers or whatever. Although that's not really the thing that I'm looking for. I'm not looking for subscribers. I'm looking to increase my monetization ratio, which is a totally different thing that I could explain here. It's basically the ratio of like the amount of money you're able to generate from the views that you get. So if you get, say, okay, it's like that story that Iman Gaji always talks about, right? It's the one video that generated him 20 million. So he got like 5 million views on that one video. So that's a monetization ratio of like 4, right? Which is really, really not bad-ish, It's basically it. This is like milk. Okay, let me tell you what I did today. So, I worked on okay, I did the newsletter as always. I'm starting to like saying that now, because it's like the most consistent thing. Consistency really is the name of the game, and I am mastering it. So yeah, just every day. Like if ever I don't do what I want to do, best believe it's because circumstances beyond my control have intervened, and most times, if anything intervenes to that extent, then it is what it is. But if I do have time, then I will try to knock off the most important things on the list. A newsletter is very important for like long-term growth. These videos are also very important for long-term growth. If ever I find myself swamped with client work, I might not do these videos, or like one of these videos, like the automation template build, which I just did. Like as you can see, this is a simple workflow that creates infographics, and then it updates the main one that you have, so that you could like export it as a screenshot or something. It's very powerful. Like as you can tell, it's like 6 nodes, but there's a lot you can do with 6 nodes, which is like kind of crazy. It's like the power of automation, man. Like every time I create one of these, I just know that I'm in the right place, because there's just so much I can do. And there's also like there's more integrations coming in like every month or so. Like you might check down in the bottom, is it the left or the right hand corner? It's like 4 updates. That's like probably 4 new ways that NADN is trying to integrate new kinds of nodes, new kinds of data, new things, new updates, and I'm getting that. Well, I'm not getting that, but the world is getting that. It's not just NNN, right? There's all these other automation platforms too that have these other integrations. Like I know Zapier has like integrations with some things that other platforms don't have, and Make has integrations with other things that other platforms don't have. And it goes beyond this, like, because now there's something called MCP coming along, which is like creating a whole protocol for other kinds of integrations with agents. Like it's very cool. Like there's just a lot of movement in the space, and that's exactly the type of situation that you want to find yourself in. Like you want to find yourself in a place where it's like super chaotic, to the point where it's super chaotic but everyone wants to be there. because of the chaos. Like, it's like a gold rush, yeah. Everyone understands this, and everyone is here for a reason. I'm also here for a reason because I'm trying to carve out a fat piece of the pie, and I'm gonna do it. I hate talking in future tense because like it doesn't feel real enough. Like the future is too far away. So I always try to put things in like present tense just to make them real for me. So um, when I say I'm gonna do it, I'd rather say I am doing it because it's true. So yeah, I did the newsletter in the morning, and then I moved on to client work. So I did some work for my client, developed her software. Actually, I did that like early in the morning, like at like 2 or 3, because I just couldn't sleep. Way too excited. Learned a lot, especially with software, because like software is so powerful, man. Like it really, like, I don't know, I feel like I can't give it enough credit. Just because of just how capable it is at like not only just displaying information but also hiding it from like the wrong people. The more I learn it and the more I build on it, I think the more I want to build on there. It's like when I was learning Airtable, I get that same feeling. So yeah, I might build more things on them. Yeah. So yeah, just user groups, conditional filtering, like very cool stuff, honestly. Even came up with an idea for my expos. I mean, remember the thing I was telling you about where I was like I wanted to do 15 posts a day? I thought that was like relatively easy to get done with AI and like a fat stack of content that I kept putting into the database from my Substack, which is constantly getting increased. I started work on that today. Before I did this, I was going to like do that, but then I figured since the theme for this week is like visual content, why don't I just do something infographic related? And so yeah, I ended up doing this, but that one is going to be a serious thing that I'm taking. So the main point is to sort of split my content into 4 types. So it's growth, it's authority, it's personal, and it's value, right? And then once I split those 4 types, I can come up with like new sort of snippets, like the most insightful snippets or the most powerful snippets. Because people only like content that makes them feel good or makes them want to aspire towards a certain kind of life. So that's why growth content is so powerful, because like if you show people that you're growing, if you show people that you're learning, if you show people that you're making an impact, then they want to be around you. There's authority content as well, which is basically just showing your knowledge, your ideology, the way you think. It basically just separates you from a herd of sheep, right? So you just show that you can think for yourself and you have your own ideas, and that resonates with people who also think themselves to be like original thinkers. And then there's personal content, which is effectively just your life story. It's just your story. It's like everyone has a story. People resonate with stories, like especially if it's like, like this. I would say this is like as personal as it gets, as it's just me yapping to the camera, just telling you about what I did, telling you about my ideas. Like if I were to sort of categorize this would be authority slash personal content slash growth. Actually, this is like all of them packed in one, because like I do bring some snippets of value here and there if you find them. It's probably in my quotes, or maybe it's just in the handsome grayscale face that you see on the corner of your screen. Whatever it is. Yeah, okay, just keep watching. So there's the last part was the value. So like the value content is basically content that is more centered towards providing value than anything else. Like I'm not trying to show people how I'm growing. I'm not trying to show people my ideas too much. I'm just telling you, do this if you want to get this result. That's it. That's most useful for providing impact, right? So I learned this the other day. I ended up creating a framework around it. I think I called it the 4 P's of influence. was the 4 P's of personal branding. Yeah. So I'll just preview it to you because I think this is like main channel content, but it's just like parody, it's proof, it's power, and it's position. So parody is basically being like someone. So if I see Iman Gaji from 9 years ago, right, that same Iman Gaji who was like poor, I resonate with that because I feel like I'm poor right now. So that's why I resonate with his content, because like I see where he comes from, and I see where he, like how hard he worked to get where he is right now. So there's proof, which is basically evidence of impact. So when I watch videos of what's his face, Alex or Muzi, and he's providing value, he's sharing these case studies and testimonials where people are literally just like flooding their hearts out, like saying, oh yeah, this guy changed my life and I'm gonna change my business. He came in and then he did this and then boom, with 3x star sales or whatever. Like that's just the type of proof that you want to have. And then there's power, which is coming from delivering results. So it's basically if people follow your advice and then they get results or they get success. It's like I don't know who called it the Huberman effect. It's like, you know, when Andrew Huberman on his podcast, he's always like giving these insightful pieces of advice, and then people follow them and then they get good like results, and then they keep coming back for more. That's basically like the power that Huberman has over people. And then there's position, which is effectively the ability to control a scarce. I'm not gonna say scarce, a scarce resource. So, yeah, think about like a billionaire is someone who has a high position because they control the scarce resource that is money. They, you know, a beautiful woman, I guess, would control the scarce resource that is, I guess, her beauty. You know, people have scarce resources, and if you leverage the scarce resource that you have, that could be like intangible or tangible, like knowledge, wisdom, clarity, so on and so forth. Everyone has a scarce resource. So if you use these 4 Ps, like, and then you keep displaying them in your content or in any product that you put out there, because I feel like content is a product. It's like the most minimum viable product, but yeah, it is a product. Any idea you put out into the world is a product, and this is a product that I'm putting out, by the way. So yeah, the 4 Ps of personal branding. I created a framework around that, and I'm very proud of it because I didn't create it alone, as you know. Like I have a co-writer, and their name is I'm not going to tell you the name. Okay, so let's keep going. Yeah, I found a way to. I was talking about Gap V content. It's growth, authority, personal, and value. So after categorizing the Substack articles in that way, I'm able to use them better to generate all these different growth content, this authority content, because there's a certain like kind of distribution that I want with the content. I don't know if you remember, but it's like it was like 3 growth, it was like 2 authority, and there was like 10 value, or it was like 10 personal, or it was like, yeah, something like that. But it's basically, the main thing is to just show as much personality online, and to be consistent in that kind of showing, to the extent where like everyone, if you see something of mine on X, and then if you see something of mine on LinkedIn, like you'd know it was the same person who's saying that. Even if this content is getting transformed by AI is just finding new ways to say the same thing. So I already said those things in the articles. AI is just taking that, extracting the most valuable insights, and then putting them in ways that other people can consume more